That's so awesome.
Oh my god!
It's like, this is the last sandwich I'm gonna have before solitary confinement. It's like,
oh my god, dude! Yeah, fucking craziest people in there. Dude.
Yeah, for sure. But you learn a lot.
That job was sick. Yeah.
How long were you there?
7 months.
7 months.
7 months or a year.
And then did you go to another restaurant job after that?
Yeah. I worked at, I was simultaneously working at this Panera Bread.
Okay.
And I was going to school because it was a work release program like in school.
Got you.
Like, so half my periods were like accounted for by having a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Not
I was
bad.
in school. This was in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when did you decide, like, I think I want to try this cooking thing, like, for real?
Ooh, so I read about a new culinary school that was called the Miami Culinary Institute.
Okay, yeah.
I applied for it. I started going to the school, and then after the second week, I dropped out because I thought that everything was just going way too slow.
Yeah. Okay. I can hear that.
Yeah.
It's like a stage.
Yeah.
Like, I want to work.
I'll never forget that day because I went to school. It was my second week. I'm still getting to know everyone and shit. And then someone said, "Oh, did you guys see like Grant Achat's like book or whatever?" And I was like, "Who is that?" And then like they showed me the book, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like food can
be this?
be like that? And I was just like mesmerized, and I was like, okay, like there's no way that if I spend 4 years in here paying them, like paying this culinary school, like I'm just gonna be too old by the time I'm even at that level. So I was just like, fuck it, like I gotta move things faster, and I was like, I'm just gonna go apply at a restaurant.
Gotcha. Where did you apply?
There was a place called Yardbird. It was Jeff McKinney's. He was a southern chef. He from Niceville, Florida, but he had a lot of French technique, and it was like kind of, you know, like you've eaten at Husk.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Husky. I think he used to work for Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. So his food was like, kind of like, it was finessed like Southern comfort. You know?
Got you.
Yeah. I fucking knocked on the back door and I told him the fucking story. I was like, yo, like I just dropped out of culinary school. I want to cook. Like I'm serious. And it was one of those days where he was just like, this is a sheet tray, this is a half pan, this is this is that, this is a ladle. Like he taught me everything. In like a couple months.
Yeah. Very cool.
It was incredible. Yeah, no, I just fucking, I literally just like, I heard, you know, that it was a good restaurant, and I went and I knocked on the door and fucking...
They'll let you in. Yeah. As long as you're willing to work hard, they'll let you in.
And everyone that worked there, like Southern cooks, are fucking badasses. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, everyone that worked there was like...
They really are.
In their mid-30s.
I bet the staff meal was just...
incredible.
Fucking...
incredible
like,
staff.
Yeah, I'm sure,
God,
dude.
Yeah. All those guys were like from Kentucky, like Nashville... You know, they all had great resumes. Yeah. They were all like older dudes, all of his buddies, because he was like opening, you know, so all homies. Like,
awesome.
From like working at nice restaurants. So I was just like learning a bunch, learning how to like, you know, man up and bring my own fucking saute pans to the dish pit.
Yeah.
You know, don't call it the pan pickup. Fucking take your own pans.
Exactly.
Like,
be aggressive.
Yeah, dude. They taught me so much in such little time. Luckily, you know, I just like, I was a sponge, you know, so I was just like, fuck it, like, I'm gonna be as good as this guy's one day, you know.
How long did you stay there?
I was a Yardbird for a year, and then there was I was there for a year because there was a new restaurant opening, which was Jose Andres. He was opening the Bazaar. So the Bazaar was opening, and then also they needed people. Daniel Boulud's Bistro in Miami. It was at the JW Marquis Hotel.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so. At the time, I needed money because my mom needed like some like medicine and stuff, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just have 2 jobs." So I was working in the morning as a saucier at the Bazaar, and then in the nighttime I would work like entremet and garde manger. Yeah.
Whoa.
That only lasted like I had to drop out of them because I was falling asleep behind the wheel trying to get back home. I was just burned out.
It's like my life is not worth this.
I was exhausted. Dude.
Yeah.
It was like waking up at fucking like 4:30 a.m. and then getting home at like 1. It's just too much, you know.
And then you don't go to sleep till 3.
Yeah.
You just it's like, come on, you're all wired.
Yeah, I'm all wired watching TV. Fucking, you know.
I don't know what they call that, but I have that, man. I just like the TV's on and like you want to go to sleep, but you just keep your eyes open and you're like, oh, just fucking lay here and watch this.
Dude, so like while I was there, this guy Alex, who I think he was at the French Laundry now.
Okay.
he was like, I got a contact from this dude that they're accepting stages at this place like Alinea in Chicago, and I was like, oh fuck, like that place, like the one that I saw in the book.
Yeah.
Cool, I'll go check it out. I flew out to Chicago with like whatever savings I had, and like stayed in this Motel 8 and fucking. I thought I was close to a restaurant.
Oh, that always happens, bro.
Fuck,
always.
Man. Dude, the taxis. It was like $55 taxis to get to work, and it was only like a 4-day stage, but it was like
you went bankrupt.
Crazy. I mean, I went bankrupt.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, I went bankrupt.
You're like, I can't eat tonight.
I had no fucking money.
I hope there's staff meal.
Oh my god, dude! And then the staff meal was like they were cutting if you would take like every task was like timed. So if you would lose like let's say 4 minutes on this task, 5 minutes on the next task. That's time that you have to make up during staff meal.
What?
Yeah. So then I was fucked because I couldn't eat.
Yeah, you couldn't eat.
Because I'm there fucking trying to make grapes square. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, dude. Everyone in that kitchen was just fucking. It was.
Yeah. You're just angry because you haven't eaten shit. You're tired. You're fucking aggressive. Somebody touches your knife the wrong way. You're like, don't fuck.
Everyone there was fucking going crazy.
Yeah.
It was a gnarly kitchen. People got treated like shit in there.
Oh yeah. So bad. And then what made you kind of stop that shit?
Oh well, I mean, I saw that stuff, and like after those 4 days, I came back home, and I was just like, oh fuck, like there's another world out there. I feel like that place wasn't for me. At the end of my stage, he was like, oh, like do you want to work here? I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. Like this place wasn't for me, but I figured, okay, there's fine dining, and that's something that I should start getting familiar with.
Yeah.
I fucking started buying a bunch of cookbooks.
Yeah.
Like just getting familiarized with like World's 50 Best, going through like every single restaurant, every single chef, like finding out all the information, seeing like, what is a possible place for me. My sous chef at the bazaar was moving to New York City, and he's like, do you want to go? I was like, fuck it, let's go. And I was like 18. It was my first time moving out of home. So we left to New York. In my head, I was gonna go work at 11 Madison Park.
Okay.
And I knocked on it's not a door. It's like it's this fancy ass building. You can't even access it.
Yeah.
So I just stood around waiting for someone with like, I don't know, fucking Crocs or Birkenstocks.
Yeah, somebody that you can
lurking around for hours to see like,
You did the J. Cole.
I did the J. Cole.
Just wait for Jay-Z. I'm gonna rap outside all day, every day.
That's literally I was just out there, dude. And then like one dude finally shows up, and I was like, yo, like telling my story, like, can you fucking get me to talk to the sous chef, He's like, yeah, I'll be right back. Dude never fucking came back out. I waited outside for fucking hours. I was upset, and I was like, fuck it, like I'm gonna go look somewhere else. So
yeah.
I took a train, went to the Lower East Side, found WD-50, which I was like, it was like a mythical restaurant.
Yeah, for sure.
So I sat there at the bar, had a fucking meal that just like, I was like, what the fuck? And then I talked to the chef. It was Sam Anderson, and she was like just the coolest, and she let me stage. And I staged, and then like after my first day as a stage, we went out and got fucking hammered.
Yeah, that's the best networking.
Oh my, yeah,
that's the best networking. You get to know all the cooks in New York City like that. Oh
my god! Then, like, I woke up in like the middle of like the Lower East Side, like fucking like I had no idea where I was. I got there, I'm already like 40 minutes late when I got there. I started running towards the restaurant. I'm like trying to Google map this shit. I get there, I look like shit, and then Chef Sam's like, you'll be just fine here, but don't ever fucking be late.
She's like, I like scumbags, dude, but
I staged there for fucking months.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I was about to run out of money, because there was no positions.
Okay, got you.
So I staged there for 3 months. I was like, I probably had like, I don't know, $50 left in my bank account or something. And like, I was like, Chef Sam, like, I can't come back because I need some money. That night, we went out, and the dude that was working garde manger, like, fucking fucked up his leg, like, dancing.
Yeah.
And he was up.
Done.
And I took the fucking job.
There you go. That's how it happens. Opportunity.
Everyone there was a fucking beast, man. Everyone was like in like their 30s or late 20s, just like total seasoned pros.
Gotcha.
I was like lower scum, and I was like, I'm in the right fucking place.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, dude, legends were there. Fucking Malcolm Livingston, from like Noma. Like,
fuck.
Fucking, who else was there? I mean, Rocio Sanchez had just left.
Yeah.
And it was Simone Tong. She owns a couple of restaurants in New York. My buddy David Yoshimura, he's opening up a fine dining restaurant in San Francisco soon as well. Crazy enough, we ended up in the city together.
Oh, no way.
But yeah, everyone was just like really, really good. And I knew I was like the lowest ranked cook there, so I was just like, fucking.
I'm just gonna absorb everything I can. Yeah,
it was fucking tough, but yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, and fucking crazy enough, while I was working there, and I had just made it to like entremet and stuff.
Yeah.
It was our day off. I was high as shit, like walking around the fucking park, you know, and I get a phone call, and they're like, "Oh, mandatory meeting right now at WD50," and I was like, "Oh shit." We get there, and then Wiley told us that the restaurant's closing. This was after like a year of working there.
Yeah.
And then, the restaurant was closing, and someone was gonna buy out the whole block, and we were kicked out.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what happened at WD50?
That's what happened. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So, and this was right after like the Galinas like shuffle, and the Galinas were every chef came to like WD50.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It was like Rene Redzepi, Magnus Nilsson, like Alex Atala, like they were all.
What year was this?
Fuck, this must have been like 2010 or 11.
2010. I didn't ask you this, but when you staged at Alinea, did you work with John Hong?
No.
No? Okay, gotcha.
At the time, it was Matt Chasser was the CDC. And Bagel was the sous chef, and Simon was a sous chef too.
Okay, gotcha.
And there was like some big ass Puerto Rican dude. I don't know his name though.
Damn.
He was like a big.
I should probably know that
guy, bald head.
Yeah.
Like, all those guys were such fucking dicks at the time. but yeah, maybe I was oversensitive. I was a little kid, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, "What are you, stupid?" And you're like, "I'm not stupid."
Fucking global, and like this guy like looked at it, like you're like
just threw in the trash. Yeah.
I was like, damn, dude, I thought globals were good.
I know that is.
Fuck.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So how long did you after WD50?
Yeah,
where'd you go?
After WD50, so during those months that we were closing, this guy Mario came from Mugaritz to help us close because he was a big fan of the restaurant. Came by, helped us close, and I had plans to go work at Le Chateaubriand in Paris.
Okay.
Because I was like kind of getting more into like the bistronomy kind of thing. I thought that was really cool, that movement that was going on over there. So I thought about working there, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna move to France. And at the time, Mario was like, yo, don't go to France, just go to Spain, and like come to Mugaritz. And I was like,
okay.
It never seemed like a viable option because I was like, the people that work there are like masters. You know
Yeah.
Like
they're not gonna accept me.
Yeah, they're not gonna fucking accept me. You know, it was like a place in the middle of fucking nowhere. You know, doing 42 courses.
Yeah.
You know the fucking restaurant.
Did you work with Ignacio at all?
Nacho, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Nacho. I was part of the class that trained Nacho and Juliana.
No fucking way,
yeah,
dude. Juliana's the shit.
I love
like,
Juliana.
Badass.
Such good cooks, man.
Such good cooks. Such great people.
Man.
So nice.
Amazing.
Like when I met him, I was like, "You're really the CDC of Mugaritz?" Right? Because you're like,
I knew it was gonna happen. Nacho, like when he came in, I was like a CDP, but I was watching him cook and like just the staff meals that he was cooking and shit, and I was just like, this guy is on a whole another level.
So tell me about and I'm gonna go back here a little bit. WD50. We talked about Wiley. Was he there all the time?
Wiley Wiley was coming in a lot, in and out, because he was in the middle of opening Alder.
Okay.
So he was really busy, like between Alder and WD50. Yeah. But Wiley, when he was there, Wiley was always working the fish line.
Okay.
Yeah, Wiley loved the fish line.
He loved to cook fish. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a really good fish cook. The guy was just like a fucking blast, dude. He would come in with like Nerf guns and like shoot people and shit.
Yeah.
Service.
That's so much fun.
He was a blast to work with. He's super, just like off the cuff kind of guy. Menu was changing very often, and it wasn't like a simple tweak. You know what I mean?
It's like during service, whole new dish.
Like, oh, that was hot. Now it needs to be cold and then hot. And you're like, dude. And I on that Entremet station, I had to come up with like a new amuse every week. So it was like...
That is nerve-wracking.
Oh my God. And you're like presenting it to Wiley, you know, and so it needs to be something that's pushing boundaries because there's all this fucking New York like reviewers coming to eat this
exactly
fucking bite.
Yeah.
Honestly, the first bite of the meal.
It's the first bite of the meal.
Yeah.
And I was